That was a big thing because, if we go into doing something new, there was no money. You know what I mean? And I was the last one to get paid. I know in the business plan, you got to pay yourself, and it goes, no, that's beautiful if the money's there.
Right.
Okay. But she was fascinated because that money come in on a regular basis.
Yeah.
You could actually budget.
Right.
You know what I mean? And say, look what's going on. And I think that's a big challenge for people that are self-employed, that are entrepreneurs. I mean, because you got to know that that's out there.
Right.
You got to know that this risk is out there.
But it's also a risk, the alternative is a risk because, as we all know all too well, it's feast or famine sometimes in the coal industry. And, when it's great, it's great. But then what happens, when it's not? So, you just got to choose your risk.
The thing I like about being able to work for myself, I like freedom. I'm really big on freedom. That I can go and I can do if I want to do something. I can load up and go do it. I like having the freedom. Now, with that, I have to make sure I budget in such a way that I'm not in such a bind. And you have different phases and chapters of life. So sometimes you have to be in a bind at certain points of your life in order to succeed and do things. But there should come a point somewhere in the future where you're not under the gun. Okay? I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There should come a point. And so when I think about how to do that, first thing you have to do is be able to, is not as much, if you concentrate on more on what goes out than what comes in, and I think that happens in so many people's life, they get under the gun, they get under this bondage of finance, and they can't really accomplish anything, never can enjoy their life, never have freedom.
Right. There's a mentality that, especially here in the coal fields, I mean, we're born with it. It's ingrained in us as we grow up that, money is scarce.
Right.
And you got to struggle for it, right? And you got to worry. And if you're not, I think a lot of times this is a crazy thought. Think about this. If I won the lottery, I would almost be ashamed that I came across this amount of money without working for it. I still feel that way. And that's the craziest thing ever. Who wouldn't want to win the lottery, right? But I would feel like, I didn't work for this, people just have that mindset. It's just so hard to break out of that.
I'm not like you. You're a better person. Okay? I mean, I would get a billboard on 460 that said I won.
Yeah.
Have a big stack of money in my hands, and I would hire me some good friends.
Yeah.
The people would be waiting on the porch when I left in the mornings. Hey, John, how are you?
Yeah.
What do we got going on today? You know what I mean? I would just, I would get T-shirts, pass them out saying John won. But I know there's good people like you out there that would feel a little bit of a burden. Okay, but I'm just not one of them. I would give all my family a little bit of money on a low interest loan. I wouldn't just give it to them because give it to them, you don't help them. But just a low interest loan, you know what I mean? Something along the line. But I mean, I don't know. I think about that a lot, and I do think about that when I buy a ticket.
Right.
Buy that lottery ticket and say, this might be the one, But it has so many bad things happen to people when they win.
I know, right? I saw a lot
I would
of
hope
those
I could fight the odds.
I wonder what the difference is. What makes it, be okay for some people? I'm surely there are success stories that, it ended well.
Right.
But then what made it not turn out so well for others? Some very sad stories.
Oh, man, heartbreaking. Families fall apart, murder.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just I think of this.